Hi everybody, this is JT from Campervan Journey. Welcome to today's video. So hi everybody, thank you for watching today's video. You might have noticed we have a special guest presenter. This is Harry, my youngest. Remember, if you like what you see, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe. It really helps with making content, and also some comments from you about what you'd like to see on this channel. So today's video is all about part 2 of our conversion of our T5 Kombi. Now, if you've seen our first video all about how we chose the van, I'll put a link to it in the comments below, but it was all about how we ended up making the move from a normal people carrier, which was a Ford S-Max people carrier, deciding that a converted van was the right vehicle for us as a family. There's 5 of us in the family. Harry's the youngest, and we also have Honey the dog as well. She's actually here with us in the back.
Hey, look, you're famous!
So good as gold, quiet as you like. But she, again, was one of the key reasons why we decided that a van was the perfect choice for us. Just bear with me whilst we get this camera set back up. So making the choice to go to a Volkswagen van from a people carrier was really key to us having the right vehicle for our family lifestyle, and it's really proved to be the perfect choice. So part 1 of the video was how we chose the van, our original conversion from the builder's van into a partial camper. So we showed you that we went from the Kombi seating to the Caravelle seating, to the swiveling chairs, to the lining all inside, the lighting all at the top, and then the next step to get us to the proper partial camping stage was to fit a pop top. So we entrusted the work for this to a company called Wessex Vans. Now they were down in a place called Poole, down near the seaside. And we live in Salisbury, Wiltshire, so they weren't too far away. But we had the work that they were going to carry out was going to take at least a week. So we organised it so we could drop the van down with them, leave it for a week. And the key thing when you're trying to get conversion work done, we talked about choosing the conversion company, working on recommendation, try and see work that the companies have done on other vans, speak to other owners as well. It's a bit like choosing a builder. It's the best recommendations or best choice for getting work done is from having word of mouth experience and being able to see the work that these companies have done. And having spoken to a couple of other people and reviewed work and being down to see Wessex Vans previously, and they were able to show us and what they were able to do. And obviously they'd already carried out the conversion of the interior of that, so we were very confident that they were the right people to convert our pop top.
As you can see, they're great.
So the process of converting the van, or pretty fun, very, very simply involves cutting a big hole in the roof. Now this sounds really, really scary. Obviously the way that the van is set up, the way that the body shell is designed, can cope with it absolutely fine. And a respected, trusted conversion company will know what they're doing. But please, if you're looking at this work yourself, there are lots of companies out there. As with anything, many are better than others. So it's really, really important that you're going to spend quite a bit of money to get this job done, and when you do get it done, you want to make sure that it's done properly, and most importantly, it's done safely as well. Cutting a hole in the roof of your vehicle will very much affect the structural integrity of the body shell. Now, a proper kit for putting a pop top in will allow for this, and when you put the pop top installation in, it will compensate for the structure changes that you've made. And if you buy a reputable product and get it fitted by a reputable fitter, then you won't have an issue. If you try and go for the cheapest option and cut a corner, then clearly that could massively compromise safety, which is not good.
And because we've got a big family, we can't just fit everybody in our little tent.
That's right. So that's why the big reason why we needed a pop top was big family. We also can't all sleep in the van, so we needed the space and accommodation that a pop top was going to give us for sleeping.
Yep.
So Wessex Vans had the van for a week, and in conjunction with fitting the pop top, there was a couple of other details that we had done as well. But the cost of installing the pop top, we went for a Reimo Poptop, which is pretty towards the high end, and just decided it was worth spending the extra money to get a quality pop top and fiberglass roof, as opposed to in our current California, the roof is actually an aluminium roof, but most pop tops are fiberglass when you have them retrofitted, and there's a huge variety of designs, huge number of different providers, and in just the same way there's a huge number of different installers. With the Reimo one, quality brand, quality installation, been done for a long time, and Wessex Vans recommended that was there. Whilst there were other choices, this was the one that they had a relationship with, and this was the one that they were the only one that they would recommend to fit.
Yeah.
So we went along with that, and as well as you could choose with the pop top itself what colour you wanted it to have. So we had that to match our black van. You could choose the colour of the bellows, so that's the side panels when the pop top opens up. We went for grey because it matched well, and then you can choose inside the different, even things like your mattress. So whether you wanted a slimmer basic mattress, we went for a medium one, which was quite comfortable based on the feedback that we have from our eldest son, who's used it most of the time when we were away camping.
He was never in the tent.
So, but a pop top made the big difference for when we were going away camping, and this would lead us on to our first, whilst we've been camping with the van in the UK, and had basically took advantage of having extra space, and it made it easier for us to get away. As soon as we'd converted the van and had our pop top installed, we were planning our first campervan adventure to France. So the difference that the pop top made to camping for us as a family was very significant, in fact, because it just meant that we were able to sort of spread ourselves out a bit whilst camping. Now, some people obviously like to set up their campers as completely roaming. So you drive to a spot where you're going to park or camp for the night. You'll have one night there and then move on to the next night. And if you've got fully integrated kitchens and cupboards and all of your bits and pieces in the van, that's great. But being a larger family with 5 of us, we need the versatility and practicality for 5 of us to be able to sleep and set up easily. So that's why we made the choice of having a camper van with the versatility for 1-2 people to sleep on the top. Remember, we had the Caravelle sleeping bench as well, so we could have the sliding seats in the van, fold them down if required into a sleeping platform, a sleeping mattress. We didn't actually use that in the end with the Kombi conversion, but it was there and gave us the flexibility to do so if we wanted.
We'll be able to fit everybody in the van.
Yeah, so the biggest thing was being able to fit everybody in, have 3 proper seats across, and the seat configuration was similar to what we have here in our current beach, and 3 proper seats, comfortable. The biggest advantage was being able to slide the seats backwards and forwards, which meant that when we were fully loaded with all our camping gear, there was extra space. We could gain extra space in the boot, effectively, gave us the versatility to carry stuff. So when we were at campsites, we would park the van up. You could position alongside, parallel, or depending on how the pitch worked, the tent. I'll do another video about our experience with tents and drive-away awnings. if there's any comments or questions, again, please leave them below, and I'd be very happy to come back to you. But we had 4 or 5 different tents over our experience of a family who goes camping, and one of the biggest surprises was our first driveway awning. It just didn't work for us. Whilst the concept and principle of it was ideal, it just wasn't the right thing. But I'll do a separate video talking about that if you're interested. Again, please let me know if you'd like me to put together a video on that. So with our setup, we would park our van alongside our tent. Now our tent's a large tent, and Outwell Bear Lake, it's designed to accommodate 6, but we use it sort of in principle, like a driveway awning. We can park it alongside, park the van parallel if not available. And where the way the awnings on the van worked, because we had an awning, clip-on awning, a Reimo clip-on awning, using an awning rail on the side of our T5 Kombi.
Awning clip and awning attached to the van itself.
That's right, and then we could have a combined space available. But as soon as we'd had the Poptop fitted, it gave us this great versatility to be able to enjoy our first European camping tour. So Harry, what do you think about camping with a Poptop? Did it make a big difference to our camping?
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be as cramped inside our small little beds.
Yeah. So you get more space up top. And was it fun sleeping up top? No? See, some kids love the idea of camping up top, but actually it can be a little bit scary, especially with a little one. So Harry, when we had this, whilst you're 8 now, when we first had the van converted, you were only 4.
Yeah.
So sleeping in the top on your own really wasn't an option. And
I just like it in the day.
Yeah. And you've got to think about the safety as well. You don't want them dropping through the gap from up top. So you'd always have them sleeping in with ideally an adult or one of our teenagers as well.
And the instructions are 6 or over.
Yeah, so you really got to be, as Harry says, 6 or over to be at the top, just to make sure that you don't fall out and hurt yourself.
Make sure you have an adult with you as well. 2 times.
So, but once we were away camping, the versatility of the Poptop, and again, just stopping for the day, being able to stand in your van area gave you much more space. Again, just parking up for a picnic, going for a day out, the Poptop gave us so much more practicality, so much more versatility. If we went out cycling, we could chuck all the bikes in the back, go out for the day, then park up, have a ride around, and it just made the whole experience of having the van so much more fun. Yeah. Now, whilst it was expensive, I think I mentioned it cost us about £4,000 or £5,000 to have the Poptop installed. This, if you look after your van and it's done properly, this is money that you will get back. It makes a difference. It's like anything, you get what you pay for, but paying for a quality installation with a reputable installer enhanced the value of the van when we came to sell it. So I had no issue, no doubt that and it was really investing that money in a job done well, and we would see a return on that when we came to sell the vehicle. What was about 3 years later.
Yeah.
Questions about our installation of our Poptop to our T5 van, please drop them in the comments below. Please remember to give me the thumbs up and subscribe. It makes a really big difference to us as a channel and helps us grow. And I'd love to hear your comments about any content that you would like to see on Campervan Journey.
Without you, we wouldn't be here ourselves.
Without you, as Harry says, we wouldn't be here ourselves. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for taking the time out. And remember, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and take care.
Bye!